Are you praying, Giuseppe?
Yeah,
Why?
because I need the Packers to beat the Eagles this week, so we have a shot at winning the division.
You're delusional.
That's why I'm praying.
Oh,
I need God to help.
yeah. Oh, you gotta talk to the Bears then. Glory be to Jesus Christ.
Glory forever. Welcome to Dynamite Duo Sports, the podcast where we break down the NFL's top storylines with the facts, including the fact that the best game this week is surely gonna be the Browns against the Jets. I'm Giuseppe,
I'm Antonios.
and today we are going to be giving you our predictions for Week 10 of the NFL season. We've officially crossed the halfway mark this season. So, yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. So, first game, Raiders, Broncos. Could, no, it won't be a good game.
3, 2, 1. Broncos.
And if it gets to the fourth quarter, if the Raiders keep it close for some reason, then the Broncos just go.
The one thing I'm interested at though is how would Brock Bowers play against the secondary. So that'd be pretty cool to watch.
Yeah, and I need you to play well. I got starting you in fantasy.
Look, Raiders are only going to score 14 points, but they're both touchdowns to be from Brock Bowers. That's probably what happened.
Cool.
Now we have a game in Germany, Falcons and the Colts.
No.
It's a nice song. Hey, it's a nice song.
Okay.
It's a song about a man about to go to war and with his girlfriend saying goodbye to her. Basically, the love of his life. So, it's a nice song. They might sing that song for all we know in the stadium. But this
we're
game,
not big enough to get canceled, but don't cancel us anyway.
We have the thing about the game is it depends on how the Falcons, if they bring the A game, their bad game. But also the Colts had a really big loss, so how will that change their momentum? But me personally, I think it's a pretty easy pick. 3, 2, 1, Colts. I know you might pick Falcons, but
I'll go Colts.
I'm saying Colts because I think losing this game is a good wake up call for them, and they'll adjust when they play the Falcons. And I think the Colts defense is going to demolish the Falcons offense. Actually, though, I think Michael Penix's not going to be able to throw the ball at all. So that's my pick.
Now we got the game of the week. The Browns taking on the Jets. Browns
good defense.
And Jets had a bye week. Browns defense is pretty good. Jets, it looked solid.
But here's the thing. The Browns offense is mid. And the Jets defense has not been that good this year. And I think the Browns defense has been really good because it's actually made a lot of good teams struggle.
Something I'm interested to see is if there's an announcement about a quarterback change in Cleveland, just to see what happens.
I don't think so. Not in this game. But I think it's an easy game to pick. But I don't know if you're ready.
3, 2, 1.
Browns. Yeah, I think Browns are a much better team than Jets right now. And with the Jets defense, I think the Browns could actually do another crush like they did against the Dolphins. So now we have the Saints taking on the Panthers. So I'm going to say nothing because I don't want to jinx it. 3, 2, 1. Saints. I hope you win, Saints. I truly mean that.
You have a great quarterback. You got a great head coach. You do have a pretty good head coach. But, yeah, definitely Saints.
Definitely Saints.
Not a doubt in my mind.
No doubt.
Yeah. And now for the real game of the week.
The actual MVP QBs.
You got Drake May and the New England Patriots taking on Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Now, the one positive thing about this game is I think there's a decent chance Bucky Irving will be back.
Yay.
So Mike Evans is obviously out for the season.
But Emeka Ibuka
is healthy and ready to roll.
He's good to go. And you still got Tez Johnson,
who is really good.
Cade Otton.
You have the running back duo still with Rachaad White.
Yeah.
But
well, for me, I anticipate this to be a really, really good game.
And I think it's going to be whoever's got the ball last.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's what it's going to come down to.
Yep.
So.
With that being said, 3, 2, 1.
Buccaneers. Hey.
All the way.
I'm going Buccaneers, but I'm happy for whoever wins, honestly. I like both teams right now. I like both quarterbacks. They're both my 2 MVP candidates for me that I'll be happy with either one. So I don't care who wins, but I am picking Buccaneers because I do like Baker just a little more.
I need Buccaneers because I want Baker Mayfield to get that 1 seed.
Yeah, and also I was for a split second to go Patriots, but I was like, nah, Baker. I gotta go Baker. So good.
Yep.
It'll be a really good game. Now we have the two purple teams playing each other. You got the Ravens taking on the Vikings. Now, this game's gonna be good because both teams have this big momentum. Vikings beating the Lions was really impressive. Then you had the Ravens beating Dolphins, not impressive. But Lamar coming back, getting 4 touchdowns in his coming back game, does give a lot of boost of momentum and confidence in their
against
team
the lesser defense.
against a much lesser defense. The Vikings play well against the Lions defense. So I think this game's gonna be really good. I think either team could win. I think it's gonna ultimately come down to when the Ravens defense will be tested by a much better offense or a much more consistent team with a good head coach versus what you played on Thursday. So, and with the Vikings, it just depends on if this was a JJ McCarthy just had like a fluke divisional game when he just came back, like a lot of backup quarterbacks sometimes do, or if he's going to be like that the whole season. So, with that being said, 3, 2, 1, Vikings.
Vikings.
Let's go. I
Is
like
this
JJ
your
McCarthy.
upset pick of the week?
I don't. Is this considered an upset?
I'm pretty sure it is.
You think this? Okay, then it'll be my upset of the week. Then I'm very confident to pick that as my upset. But yeah, that's my pick in that game, and I think is it your upset too?
No.
Okay, yeah, but yeah, I think Vikings are the better team right now, and if Ravens win, it will make me. I think the Ravens are officially like back.
Then we got the Bills taking on the Miami Dolphins.
Last time was close.
It was close,
but
and this time it's in Miami.
But the Bills do look different right now than they did then.
Yeah, but also this could be a letdown game after a big victory for the Bills, depending on how they're doing.
I think the momentum's really heavy on the Bills side. I think they got a lot of energy right now.
That's true. Yeah, they definitely have a lot more momentum than the Dolphins. So there might be I don't believe in my head coach anymore for the Dolphins. So,
I think you know who I'm picking. I think it's gonna be like a crush. But
3, 2, 1.
Bills.
Bills.
I think they're gonna crush them. The momentum. I think the Bills are gonna go on a big winning streak right now. Because they're how good they're looking. So all the concerns about the Bills are slowly going away from me. There's still a couple things they got to do, but it's not really as much of a concern for me anymore. So if they crush the Dolphins, I think it's officially I have no concern about the Bills anymore this season. Now we have another good game, which I think a lot of people don't think it is, but I think it will be. You have the Giants taking on the Bears. And the big thing about this game for me is the Bears just had a really crazy game with impressive game by Caleb Williams. But that was the Bengals defense. This is the Giants defense.
Giants defense isn't that much.
With a really good defensive line. The Bengals do not have a good defensive line right now. They don't. The Caleb Williams not getting a ton of pressure. He was getting some, but the kind of pressure you're going to get from the Giants defensive line is a whole different story than the Bengals. Jackson Dart is still playing really good, even without his top two weapons on offense. And I think that the Bears are still a team that I don't really know yet if they're good or not because they beat on the bad defenses, like Cowboys defense, Bengals defense. They look good in those games offensively. But then when they play a team that actually has a solid defense, they don't look very good. So with that being said, 3, 2, 1, Giants.
Giants, and this one will be my upset pick of the week.
I was thinking about this was technically the game I consider being upset, but since you think the Vikings is, then yeah. But yeah, I think the Bears are going to win. I mean, Giants are going to win, and I think it's just going to expose that the Bears only look good against trashy defenses.
Then you got the Jaguars taking on the Texans. Now, this game's going to come down to down to if C.J. Stroud is playing or not. Suffered a pretty bad concussion against the Broncos on Sunday.
I think if the concussion was that bad, where like they had to pause the game for a while, I think it's probably be a concussion that you have to stay out for a week for.
Yeah,
and you'd be kind of stupid not to. So I think he shouldn't play. That's my opinion. But
yeah, they probably shouldn't play him. If he does play, I think they have this chance because the Jaguars are without Travis Hunter, who I think they were starting to actually start using right. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so
and the Texas defense is still really good.
If CJ Stroud's playing, they have a chance. But with that being said, 3, 2, 1,
Jaguars. Yeah, I think Tech's defense could be enough to beat the Jaguars because they're really good. But I think it's just, especially if CJ Stroud's not playing, I think there's no question about it because their defense could just crush their offense, get turnovers, already be in scoring position. So that's why I think it's going to come down to that game. Now we have the Cardinals taking on Seahawks. It's a divisional game, but there's obviously one better.
Last time it was closer.
It was closer last
Very
time,
close.
but I think one team is a lot more momentum than the other. So with that being said, 3, 2, 1, Seahawks. If Cardinals win, I wouldn't be shocked because again, like I said, there's concerns about the Seahawks. So
are we going to disagree on any games this week?
I don't know. But the Cardinals game was real. If the Cardinals keep it close, I think they could win because Sam Darnold makes that mistake that could make them lose. But at the same time, I think the Seahawks defense is too good for the Cardinals offense that they're just going to probably crush them.
Then you have what would have been a pretty good game if
and a rematch.
Both teams were healthy. Yeah, the Lions taking out the Commanders. Lions are going to get their revenge against a banged up Commanders team. 3, 2, 1. Lions.
I'm sorry, Commanders. Maybe next year. But yeah, you're probably about to get your butt whooped. And if you win, I will be completely blown away. Now we have what last time was a heart-pounding game.
Yeah.
You have the Rams taking on the 49ers. This will be interesting. I do think the Rams are going to try their very best to not lose again. And on the negative side for the 49ers, the reason why they did win last time was Fred Warner on that stop. Well, Mac Jones also played really well, but Fred Warner on that 4th and 1 came through and blocked it. And their defense keeps getting more and more banged up, and the Rams offense just keeps getting more and more better. So I think the Rams are not going to mess up this time, but they could. But with that being said, 3, 2, 1, Rams. If they lose again, I won't be shocked, but it'll be very upsetting. But I think the Rams are not going to make that mistake again this time.
And now we got Sunday Night Football, which should be a much better game than the one we had this past Sunday.
Yeah.
You've got the Steelers taking on the Chargers.
Oh, yeah. The one sad thing is Joe All is hurt again.
Yeah. But anyway, let's start with the Steelers. So Steelers had a very dominant win against the Colts. 6 turnovers on Daniel Jones. The only thing for me about the Steelers defense is that they have those games, but then they also
have the really bad ones.
Have the really bad games.
And the Chargers do have a much more diverse wide receiver core. They literally have 3 really good wide receivers.
And a good tight end. But, of course, the Colts have a good tight end, too. But, yeah, Justin Herbert for the Chargers, I feel like as long as he isn't making stupid plays.
I think this game's ultimately come down to how Justin Herbert plays. I think that's what's going to happen in this game.
And then Steelers
Aaron Rodgers is going to be Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers. Their offense is probably going to score 24, 27 points.
Yeah. So it comes down to Chargers.
And then their Chargers defense, they look pretty good against the Vikings with the one-armed Carson Wentz. But then against the Titans, they gave them a little hope.
It was actually 13.
Okay.
When you think about it, because it's pick 6.
That's right, it's a pick 6.
So their defense has been looking really solid.
So. Yeah. So with that being said, 3, 2, 1.
I don't know. You can say
Chargers.
First. Chargers. Just for the sake so we have different picks for this one, I'll go Steelers.
Okay.
I personally think it can go either way. This game could it could be a crush from one or the other. It could be close.
Here's another question I got. Who's the fans are going to be at the stadium? Is it going to be Steelers fans or Chargers fans?
Yes. In LA?
Yeah, in LA. Yeah.
That's true.
Steelers
fans are the fans that are all around the country. And they travel.
Well. Steelers fans, Cowboys fans, Packers fans, they're all
yeah, so I mean, it's again, for me, it just comes down to how Justin Herbert plays. So that's why I'm going Steelers, because with Chargers, it's a flip of a coin pick, where Steelers, I know they're going to play a certain way. Even with their defense playing bad, they're going to play a certain way. Then it just comes down to how Justin Herbert plays. So that's why I'm going to go Steelers. Now we're getting to the game where Giuseppe was praying really hard. You have the Eagles taking on the Packers. The Packers losing to mid or bad teams and then beating good teams, which is a pretty positive thing when you look at this game.
But here's the thing about the Eagles.
But the thing about the Eagles,
we don't know if they're a good team, a mid team, or a bad team. They could be any of them.
It's both teams are both teams where there's question marks. I do think the Eagles past couple weeks though have been looking better.
And they just added some players.
And they just added players to their defense. which is not good for the Packers. So I think it's same with the Chargers and Justin Herbert. It comes down to how Jordan Love shows up, I think, in this game. In the exact same, it's the exact same situation with Justin Herbert in the Steelers. What kind of Jordan Love is going to show up? Eagles, I'm pretty confident how they're going to play. So yeah, it's going to come down to how the Packers
Also, is
fight.
AJ Brown
And Micah
playing?
Parsons. Micah Parsons.
And
Like,
Micah Parsons.
against them might be good. He'll want to sack Jalen Hurts. So, what was your question?
Nope. None.
You have any questions? All right. So with that being said, 3, 2, 1, Packers.
Packers. Yep.
I
Go Micah Parsons.
do think Packers. I'm actually pretty confident Packers can win this because they want revenge from last year in Brazil, in the playoffs. So I think they will because the Packers have been like good, bad, like flip flop, and I think this week, I think they're going to actually step up and win, and even without Tucker Kraft. But if they lose, I think it will be because they have no Tucker Kraft on their offense.
All right, so those are our predictions for Week 10 of the NFL season. Let us know what you think down in the comments below. Just a heads up, the next top 10 that we're doing, Tony's taking over the top 10 NFL teams. And then next week, I'll be doing the top 10 quarterbacks.
Yeah, and I wonder who's going to rank really high.
It depends on how he plays. So, be sure to like the video, share the video with friends, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're on the road to get 50 subscribers. I know, such a lofty goal. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. I'm Giuseppe.
I'm Antonios.
And this has been Dynamite Duo Sports.
Are you actually confident in the Packers on Monday night?
Not really, but I just need them to. So,
yeah. Go Saints!
Saints. Go. Wait. Who Day? Nope, that's not it. That's the Bengals.
Whoa, yeah, that's just...
Oh, who dat? Who dat nation? Rise up. Who dat?